So one of my most popular workshops is doing these little bookmarks with napkins, and we're going to have a very quick look at how this works, how to make sure they're wrinkle free. I sell these blanks just as they are, sets of 10 with the tassels. I also offer it with the book. The book just gives you lots of extra options. So the book was designed for making cards. It's exactly the same technique, so the technique is transferable. And then there's 5 decoupage projects in here, and then there are 5 watercolour wax resist projects in here too. And because these blanks are so heavy, they work with the watercolour ones too. So it can just make a nice gift, adding the book as well, and it means you can kind of keep going and try some other things, and you've got the backup of that. So the technique in the book is using an iron to make sure that we have wrinkle free. So you will use Mod Podge or other glue. I use Mod Podge. There we go. And a dabber or a brush. I like the dabbers. Everybody has their own. And you're going to apply the glue evenly, and then you're going to let it dry. Okay, and then while you're applying the glue, it'll be shiny, so you can kind of make sure that you've got everything. If you've got a dull patch, you need a little bit more glue. Okay, while they're drying, we're going to use this one, and I just want to talk to you about lining up napkins and making the most of your napkins, because I think when people see these initially, they think they're too narrow for a lot of the napkins. So we've got the light box here, so if you can see, so I can actually get the fence and the bird in there, and there's enough to get the robin in there. So I could easily get 2 out of that 1/4. I don't think this one will work because you've got a little bit of the, you could do, but definitely these 2 work with that. You've got a really nice, and possibly even the middle one. So you've got that. This robin, which is my most popular one, these are all ambiente, by the way, so these are copyright free if you're making things to sell, handmade, small items, small quantities. So as you can see, the whole robin fits on there beautifully. And then if you want to use, you can decorate the other side, or if you just wanted something a little bit more abstract, like the berries on that are lovely too. So you have that. Things like these kittens. Again, you kind of think, no, it's not going to work. But look, so you can actually get the full kitten on there. So cute. And then you'll be able to get the head of this one with the wee bees. Perfect, okay? So there's 8 potential bookmarks on that one napkin. And then there are these. Again, these are ambiente. I love these. These are little ducks. I have a few of these, sets of these left. And again, if you look, so okay, you're not getting all of the body, but you're getting the main bit, and it works really well. And again, works really well, okay? So whenever I do a workshop, a lot of time is actually spent just taking time, mindful making, placing your napkins on and having a think about what it is you want to make and how you want to use the napkin and make the most of your napkin. So I'm going to turn this off and put this away, and we are going to have a very quick go. It's a very simple technique, but they make really nice gifts. And say, I've been asked to do these a lot. So, okay, so we need our surface, our bookmarks with the dried glue. So I've got those. We need an iron with the steam off on a cotton setting. Okay. We need greaseproof paper, very important. And the way I do it is I have it folded. So I always put my project in here, so I never have any melted glue touching my iron, okay? And then we need our bookmark. And I've got glue on this already, dried, okay? And then we need to choose a napkin and place it carefully. So let's have a go with these ducks. So I've got a quarter here, and anyone who's done a workshop with me knows my favourite technique for moving the layers is pinch, hold, pull apart. And that gets rid of our 2 layers, nice and easy. You're only working with the top layer. Here we go. Okay. And then take your time lining it up. Paying attention to where the top and the bottom is. Also bearing in mind if you're wanting to use the other bit that you're not too far over. So I'm happy with that. So what I do is I hold it in place. Fold over my grease paper so that hasn't moved from my position. Get my iron with no steam, cotton setting. That's going to melt the dried glue through the napkin, and it just gives you wrinkle-free every time. You can do this the other way, where you can put the glue on wet, put the napkin on, and use a Polly Pocket or a bit of cling film to press through to smooth it out. That's also absolutely fine if you don't want to use an iron. I think once you give this a go though, you'll keep doing it. So we have this now, a little bit hot to the touch because we've just used an iron. And then you need a nail file. Okay, so move this out of the way to keep it clean. I'm just going to put a plate on here to work on the plate. And all you do now is pie crust it, okay? So we're just going to smooth this away. You can use sandpaper for this. I just started using nail files. Is exactly the same thing. And they're quite handy. And they're good for using with workshops or putting into kits. And you just work your way around. And it just looks absolutely tailor-made. So you can add another coat of glue on top if you wish. Let it dry and repeat the process, and that just fixes it, gives it a sheen. No problem at all. And give it a wee smooth. Easy peasy. This is a great project to do in an afternoon. And it's also worth, if you are in the decoupage or you're new to it, of keeping your bits of napkins. Because you never know. You can also patchwork. So you could be cutting out little pieces and adding them on. And then you just poke through there. And we've got that. And with my kits with the blank bookmarks, I also add these tassels. Okay. So you then just put one of these through. Just go this way. Pull it through here. And look at that. So there's one I've just made. There's one I've made earlier. This one's been fixed, so I do recommend adding an extra layer. It just makes it a little bit stronger. And that's how you make a wrinkle-free bookmark with napkins.